Cleo crept out from the crack in the paving stone where she lived with her mother and father. She breathed in the fresh, warm air of this beautiful spring morning and set off with a happy smile to the park near the school. Her 8 legs took her quickly to the park gate, and she began to scuttle along the path, looking up at the trees that were full of springtime blossom and pale green leaves. How beautiful they looked. Meanwhile, Michael, a little boy from the school, had just been given a brand new bicycle for his 6th birthday, and he was out in the park learning to ride it. Onto the bike he got. He put his foot on the pedal, took a deep breath, and pushed himself off. Before he had time to put the other foot on the pedal, the bike toppled over. Crash! Ouch! He cried. He got up, dusted down his knees, and tried a second time. But the bike toppled over again. Ouch! Ouch! He cried. He did not want to be beaten, so once again he dusted himself down and tried for a 3rd time. But the bike just wouldn't stay upright. Ouch! Ouch! He cried as he tumbled again. He got up for the 4th time and stamped his foot angrily on the ground. But still determined to do it, he got back onto the bike once again. This time, he just about got his 2nd foot onto the pedal when, bang, crash, down he came with the bike on top of him. It's a good job he was wearing a helmet. Ouch! Out of the corner of his eye, he saw Cleo. She was making her way onto a low branch of a tree. She was feeling hungry, and you know what spiders do when they're hungry. They spin a web, of course, to catch flies. Cleo was looking for the perfect place to weave her web. Michael sighed and got back onto his bike. When he fell off for the 6th time, he was ready to give up. He sat himself back on the grass. I can't do this, he said. I will never be able to ride a bike. I just can't. Sitting there on the grass, feeling very sorry for himself, he was ready to give up. Michael watched Cleo as she began to spin her web. In and out she span as the thin grey strands of silk took shape. Michael couldn't take his eyes off her, but all of a sudden a gust of wind whistled through the tree and Cleo's web was torn away. As Michael watched, Cleo calmly started again. Backwards and forwards she went, until another gust of wind hit the tree and a thin branch broke off, together with Cleo's web. Michael couldn't believe it. He wanted to help Cleo, but of course that would have been impossible. Cleo started again, and can you believe it? Michael watched her as she restarted her web 6 more times. Oh, thought Michael, it's just like trying to ride my bike. Poor Cleo, she's tried to spin her web 6 times, just like I try to ride my bike 6 times. As Michael watched, Cleo patiently started again. And guess what? This time she managed to make a bigger and better web. Michael's eyes grew large as he saw Cleo complete her beautiful web. When she'd finished, she sat in a corner, and very soon the first fly was caught. Michael had been sitting on the grass for a long time, and now it was Cleo's turn to watch Michael as she rested in her lacy web. Michael was deep in thought. It took Cleo 7 goes before she completed her web. He had only tried to ride his bike 6 times. Feeling very positive, Michael got up. He counted to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then he decided to count to 7, as he now thought 7 must be a lucky number. So he started again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He lifted his bike off the grass and he climbed back onto the bike. He put one foot on the pedal, pushed himself off and raised his second foot. He put it quickly onto the second pedal and whoosh! He was off! I did it! I did it! Michael went round and round the path, smiling and laughing all the way. Thank you, Cleo, thank you. You made me do it a 7th time. Cleo watched Michael and smiled. When Cleo got home that afternoon, she told her mother what had happened in the park. Her mother felt very proud of Cleo and said, Cleo, you have taught Michael something that I have always said to you. Never give up. And if at first you don't succeed, try, and try again. I believe the King of Scotland, a very, very long time ago, learnt a similar lesson from a spider. His name was Robert the Bruce. Cleo nodded. It had been a good day today. I wonder what Cleo's next adventure will be.